What makes you want to stay with everything that you've been through?
I'm certainly not the first trans person to ever be attacked by elements in the media to be used. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll be the last, but I want people to know that it's never okay for that kind of scrutiny on a person just because of their identity.
A transgender woman in the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority speaking out after current and former members of that University of Wyoming's chapter sued the national organization to stop her from joining their sorority. The lawsuit dismissed by a federal judge about a month ago, but there's a sorority sister or two fighting to keep up the fight. One of them is with me now. Her name is Allie, and she joins me with her attorney, Cassie Craven. And ladies, good morning to both of you. Allie, what behavior did you see on behalf of that sorority member?
There was a lot of things that did make the girls uncomfortable, and that's why this is something that's so important for us to fight for. It's a place where we're supposed to be able to be and feel comfortable and not have to worry about outside things affecting us and be able to grow and just feel safe. And that's something that's so important to young women, and having someone come and try and take that away, it's not all right.
Yeah, you say some things made you uncomfortable. Like what specifically?
There's just a lot of behavior that you shouldn't have to deal with when you're living inside of your own home, where walking to the shower, we just wear a towel, that's communal bathrooms, and there's common areas in the house, and sometimes this individual would be waiting there as we walk past, which is something that you shouldn't have to deal with.
You lost in front of this judge. What happens now?
We keep fighting. We're not done.
Mm-hmm. Are there other sororities on that campus who have transgender members?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So you're the only one? Well.
Yep.
To your attorney now, thank you for your time. Part of what the judge said is that plaintiffs request the court to insert itself into this constitutional political debate and declare that a private organization can only interpret the term woman using plaintiff's exclusionary definition of biologically born females. I want to get your comment on that. And I caught this, what you said the other day. You said it's really not about defining women anymore. It's about erasing women. That's quite a statement. What do you mean by that?
Well, thank you. This isn't a political debate. This is a biological reality. And unfortunately, these young women have been forced to experience the lie. They've been inserted in this debate. The vote conducted to bring this individual in was illegal. They waited until many of the girls were absent from the house. They didn't have a secret vote as they were supposed to, and they refused to do a revote. So without any recourse, we sought a determination in a court of law to look at the bylaws from a contractual and not political standpoint at all. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the judge converted this into a political issue, and it's unfortunate because it's been skewed into a conversation about inclusion, but this isn't about transgender inclusion. This is about erasing women. Are we not entitled to any safe spaces? Because Title IX specifically exempts men from joining women's sororities. So we just sought to challenge what the sorority at the high level had pushed through in their social agenda.
I don't know what happens in the next level, but you said it's a lie. What's the lie?
The lie is that being a woman is simply a game of semantics that one can play. By the admission of this individual, he's attracted to women. He's autistic. There are legitimate concerns where in another environment, all of these young women would be willing to be friends with this individual. But when you're talking about a sorority, that's a communal space. As Allie described, these girls shower in a communal area. There's a PJ room, which this individual has invited himself into. And there's some danger there. There's some uncertainty there. So this isn't about, denying someone's existence or trying to make them feel bad. This is about a fundamental biological reality.
Well, we'll see what the next step is. Cassie Craven, thank you, the attorney. And Allie, thank you for your time today. We'll see if you can succeed at the next level. Thanks to both of you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.